Right.
Get the shot at that point.
Right. Okay, that's no problem.
This is a nicer fantasy.
Give that kid a comic book.
Where's the other one?
It's up there.
Is it?
How much is that this one worth?
4,700. This is pretty nice.
Nice little sugar.
I gotta get him a something drink.
Yeah, there is. Jesus Christ was here a few minutes ago and he said, yes, there is. So that's pretty much it. The debate has ended.
Yeah. A lot of people here.
He had a letter from Danny Dubček also stating that GVG is a grade. So.
Now there's I knew you could go.
What else did you want to see?
That's why he asked for
That's
I don't think there are any. Jerry, there aren't any.
Look on the wall.
It's not on the wall.
You do get to amuse yourself, and you get to see a lot of amazing people. Well, it's quite a range. Well,
What's the most amazing person you've ever seen?
well, we had someone in the booth this morning who was pretty amazing.
How so?
How so? Well, when I get the pictures back from the photo lab, I'll show you. How so? Well, until he started speaking, we thought he was a she.
So there was some gender on your part?
May have been on his part.
Well, we're ready for you, Bob.
Where's the turtle shell for that?
I don't have a turtle shell for that.
Yeah, that's what was in the turtle shell.
Yeah, Steve's had that for years.
That's cruel. I mean, really, you know.
Come on now, we got to make this the most fun interview of the day. They've been boring as hell. Come on.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Okay,
Here.
how often do you
Listen,
have to
you wanna
clean
know
your
something?
ears before you come to work?
You want to know something? You want to know how good this show is? Steve stood there for 5 minutes holding up that More Fun 52 saying, $2! $2! And not one single person turned around and not one single person turned around and said, I'll buy it. Not one person said, is it really $2? Not one person said a thing. That's how good the show is.
So that means it's really lousy.
I'd say that's what
No, maybe it's in here.
you got a Coke right at your foot.
He's like, I know it's there. I know.
We're just looking for a Fantasy 15 that, we can't seem to
disappeared?
find. Well, it's here somewhere. There's like 8 of them in the room.
Here, you put these books back.
Good one is in the
No, there was another good one.
no. It was in the real heavy.
There was another good
No,
one.
no, that's the one with the.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
Okay, here's how we're going to start.
Okay.
Bob, you've been, how long have you been a comic book reader?
A week.
I bought and sold comics, for maybe 18 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you have a reputation of kind of dealing at the high end of the market.
Right.
What's that like?
Well, the reason I went into dealing on the high end of the market, I felt that it was really no different than, it wasn't harder to sell a book for $5,000 than it is to sell a book for $500. You know, in essence, it's the same sale, it's just more money, you know. So I felt that that would be a better area for me to be in since there are so many people on the other end of the market.
What is the most interesting or amazing item you've ever found or has come your way since you've been a dealer that you personally like?
Is this mine?
I think the Marvel one, the Jaquette copy that I got with Motion Picture Funnies Weekly, I think those 2 books were probably the most incredible books that I've had.
What made them so important?
Well, the books themselves have historical significance. You know, they were from the Jaquette estate. They were, historically significant. They were the file copies, of those two books. The Motion Picture Funnies Weekly was the best existing copy, and they were sensational books. Got 2 other books recently. Where are the
Fantasy.
Here's a book that is probably the best known copy of this book. It's a book from 1936, and if you were to look at it and open it, it looks like it came off the stands yesterday. And you know who just bought that?
Turn me off.
It's great. Actually, usually these books had a sticker on them, you know, and this is rare to find.
You know, one of those were commonly sold.
No. Is that right? Somehow I feel out of time, you know. It's something I should have done years ago that I didn't do for some reason or another, and that's fine.
What's the most expensive comic book you've ever sold?
I sold a book. I sold the Marvel one and the Motion Picture Funnies Weekly one for $40,000 in cash and $24,000 in trade.
What's the biggest challenge you face being a mail order comic?
The biggest challenge I face being a mail order dealer,
$650 and one for $450.
keeping track of everything, trying to fill people's specific needs, and placing the right book with the right person.
Why does everybody want mint?
You guys like
Or
to take
near
a look at
mint?
one of them?
What's the big deal about it?
Like to take a
I
look
think
at one? Hold on a second. Okay.
people who want books in that condition are people who are either very concerned about having a good investment, or just people who want the best of something, because it's a book that is in near mint and mint condition is just spectacular, and they're very rare and very hard to come by, and there are some people whose taste just wants that. It's like some people want to get up and go to work in a Plymouth, and some people want to get up to go to work in a Ferrari, and it's just personal taste, and I think that's all it is.
This particular booth has an absolutely astonishing number of key books. What is a key book?
A key book is a book that is either a first number of a title, that the first appearance of a character. Perhaps it's, in other words, like Batman 1. Detective 38 is a key book because this is the first appearance of Robin in comics. And it's a very hard, very difficult book to obtain. Something like Amazing Fantasy 15, first appearance of Spider-Man. And, you know, he's been around for a while. He may be around for another couple of years. He may have longevity, this guy.
Could I get you to get about 10 key books?
Sure.
And tell us about them?
Sure.
Why they're important? And then also, would you let Stevie do a few? This doesn't have to be a long doctoral dissertation, but about maybe 30 seconds.
Flash 1, War 152, Captain America,
Book.
comic. Okay.
And also, I need you to give me the value approximately.
Okay, here's a, I'll do one.
That's a Golden Age book.
Do you guys know the real value of
That's a
those
Golden
books?
Age book.
Let's do it.
That's a Golden Age book.
You getting all this? We need to show them as grown-ups.
Boom!
Yeah, let's start with this guy right here. Okay. Go for it. You have to hold it up under your chin approximately.
All right, this book is a Captain America one. It's the first appearance of Captain America, Bucky, and by Simon and Kirby. Jack Kirby created most of the Marvel characters, such as Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. This came out in 1941. Its value would be about $7,500 in this condition. This book here is from 1940, Flash Comics #1. It contains the first appearance of Flash, Hawkman, and Johnny Thunder. Its approximate value would be about $5,000. This is More Fun 52, the first appearance of Spectre from February 1940. Spectre is one of the major Golden Age DC characters. And this book is Detective. This book is worth about $4,000 because it's really brittle. And this is Detective 38.
Flashing
It's the first
my book.
appearance of Robin the Boy Wonder. It's also the 10th appearance, approximately, of Batman. It's from January 1940. This copy is worth about $7,000.
Right. However, if you want to purchase it.
And if you're interested, I can work a deal. This is Superman 1 from 1939. It represents the first comic character ever to have his own title. This copy is $20,000 in this condition. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Yeah.
Just remember that 38's April. It's also the last copy with
This was April.
It's also the last one with the date on the cover.
That's right.
From that on out, they didn't have the month on the cover.
Okay. We'll start with Showcase 4. This is Showcase 4, the first appearance of Flash in the Silver Age. It's considered the first Silver Age comic. This is worth about $5,000. This is Showcase 8, which is the second appearance of Flash in the Silver Age. This book is extremely. This is actually harder to get than a 4. I've had like twice as many 4s as I've had 8s, and this is worth about $3,000. This is the first appearance of Flash in his own Silver Age title. This book is worth about $1,500. This book is Mystery in Space 53. It is the first time Adam Strange appears in his own title. He first appeared in Showcase, and then he appeared here. This is Tales of the Unexpected 40. It is the first appearance of the Space Ranger in his own title. He first appeared in Showcase. Sorry. This book is worth $200. This book is worth about $700.
Based on condition.
Based on condition.
It's like a puppet. Well, actually, what I was going to show you is, you ever note these differences? This is the rare version of Bat 1. Every Bat 1 has the dot that I've
noted
had.
that before.
Really?
Yes.
Is that worth? Do you think it's worth more?
I don't.
What's the rare one? This?
I realize it's rare. The question is, would anybody pay more to get it?
No.
See, so it
Would people pay more for an October Marvel one than November?
somehow an OCT and an NOV seems more.
Oh, it's definitely more significant.
I've noted that myself, and I thought you could bring it up a couple of times, and most of the time people go, well, who the hell cares, you know?
You know, but if you put it in guides, like 2 versions exist, and you described it, even though it sounds stupid, people would be looking, people would say, oh, that's the rare one.
Well, how do you know it's the rare one?
Because I've had 25 copies, and I've only had 2 copies like that. Yeah, I mean, I compared, I looked.
Most of them have that.
Would you discuss why these 3 identical magazines have a different value?
I paid more for this. This one we got really cheap.
In terms of condition.
Uh-huh.
You have to wait till the overhead's over. You're going to have that.
Oh, here.
Even talk about the cultural significance of these books?
Why don't you just
okay.
look? Okay, here we have 3 copies of Batman #1 from 1940. Each represent the first appearance of Joker and the first appearance of Catwoman. However, there are 3 different copies, 3 different conditions. This book right here is the most expensive one. This is $15,000. This would be a very fine condition. Pages are really nice, spine is really tight, corners are really sharp. Then we go down a step. This copy is $10,000. The reason that is it has a subscription crease down the center of the book in very light terms, and it also has an inscription on the back by Bob Kane that he did 45 years ago to a collector. This copy is the cheap copy.
This is worth about $10,000.
Right. This is a $7,000 copy. You know, it might be difficult to tell on camera, but the color in the cover is not as crisp as the other copies. Plus, this has a significant amount of more spine wear. This copy would be about $7,000, and that's the difference in value between a Batman 1. You could have a Batman 1 in low grade worth about $3,000. In near mint, it could be worth $40,000. So
Actually,
that's
one just sold
for 50,000.
50,000.
So it's a 10 to 1 or more spread between high grade and low grade.
We don't want to know about cultural significance. We don't know about beauty or art. We just want to know about
Money. That's it.
This represents
This is
about
a flagrant-
1 pound
hey,
of $100
hey.
bills. This represents about a stack 2 feet high of $100 bills. And this is the $100 bill. They weigh a lot more. This is a Yugo. This is a beat up Datsun from '68.
And this is a large stack of Monopoly money from the floor about 4 feet.
Talk about the dot on camera.
Oh.
We might as well talk about that.
What is the dot?
Get this.
You can take a book and put it.
It's worth putting on camera. This will be the first time this ever documented.
Is that right?
These are 3 copies of Batman 1. There's a slight printing variation in this copy. Most copies that I've ever seen